It's week 6 of the NFL. And coming up, it's the 49ers. Rocket Arm quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the 49ers and the Steelers. And it comes your way next on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Hey, football fans, glad to have you all with us early in this NFL season. It's Kate Scott and Brock Heward with you, and we've got a couple of teams here, Brock, on much different trajectories here early in the opening third of this calendar.
Yeah, but we're at a part of the season, and you know this, partner. The records can still be deceiving, right? So don't look at that win-loss column and immediately say this one's a landslide. Some teams start a little slow before they surge. Some start fast, have some injuries, and we know what happens over a long season. But that...
Back-to-back carries here. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he moves the chains.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Running back sent in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out about the 15-yard line. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And it's going to be the man under center who brings him out now in his 9th NFL season.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. It's got to come back. Play action on 1st down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Taking a shot, deep down the field it goes. Oh, it's tipped, interception. And the 49ers Alex will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
One of the tight ends motioning right. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They give it to him again. And he's brought down after taking this to the 26. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard. Pass play now. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this forward to the 19. That one gains 7. And that's a 49er first down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Escapes a defender. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll send their tight end right. Going to the ground again on 1st. Hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Steelers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down after a short gain. The rookie out of UCLA in on the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty makes this 3rd and 2 now. Back to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Throwing on third and long. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down. The Steelers set to punt it. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the 49ers will go on offense. Handoff now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Got Williams, and it's complete. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Steelers will take over possession. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. They'll run here on 1st down. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of them.
And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Their punter making his way out now. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. His first punt went 50. This is away and looks even better. He's got it at the 24. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The 49ers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And that active 5-game losing streak might be a thing of the past if this lead holds. Now a give running right. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 7, and they're going to need similar results now, 2nd and 13. They send a tight end in motion. Off the play fake, he'll throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Running back sent in motion. Here he is on third and long. And the Steelers get home. They drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. Third and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
The Steelers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Lone back gets the handoff. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fields this clean at the 30. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The 49ers and this running back headed back out for a new series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They send a receiver in motion right. Okay, the wide receiver's gonna get it to begin the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throwing from the gun. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner. But they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Works the sideline to the 30. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Okay, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Ball at the 33 for first down. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here we go, 2nd and very long. We've got a screen to the running back. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They motion a receiver left. He puts some juice on it. He's got it inside the 25. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Back now, pressure on its way. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9.
Throwing now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Starting at the 10. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the puncher, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Pass play coming here. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll bring out the punter here. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg for him. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Cut out left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. And it's the 49ers who have 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Running back sent in motion. Throwing it again here. Catch made over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. 2nd and 4. Gets out of trouble. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They bring the tight end in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Steelers getting to take the field one more time here in the half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. Trying to throw here out of the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he takes this one back for the pick six. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock, but how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. But same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers push the lead to 20. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Throwing it just before halftime. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Josh Downs, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. The Titans trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 27-14, the final tally. This was an extremely one-sided first half.